me, they're like, what is the Solana economic zone? I was like, let me tell you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Basil. Welcome to the channel. I'm on a motorcycle currently in Sri Lanka. So today we're going to be doing our final days here at Forma in Ahangama, Sri Lanka, where there's a builders event. And to start off the day, we are going to go and do some more surfing, because that seems to be a new activity that I enjoy and a lot of people also enjoy. So we're going to go ahead, participate in some of surfing activities, and then proceed back home for work. And then I'm going to show you guys other startup founders or other builders so that you guys can learn from. This is Big Man Prado.
Let's go! Self, baby, self, let's go!
Let's go. We just finished our third surf session. I have Tony.
Gang, we're getting pitted out here, bro. Scooping butter, bro.
This is the
waves are tight, dude.
tight, Dad. So yeah, how was your session?
Peak. Getting pitted.
Presented to you by Tony Clore. Check him out. He's the he's not Tony actually. He's Taimur Kapoor. That's what I call it, because he's spending the past year in India. Taimur Kapoor over here. All right, folks. Another startup. Oh, actually, someone who has a lot of experience with startups actually is sitting beside me. And while he fixes his hair, I will be bringing him on to speak to you, the audience. As you guys know, on my channel we talk about, what is it like to build a startup, the experiences of building a startup, specifically also in Web3.
Yeah.
More generally, like things that are challenging and, like what's the pros and cons of it. So like all of that stuff. But next to me I have my friend Bobby, the co-founder of Forma.
Hola.
And he has a lot of experience with startups within the whole world and scheme of how startups are birthed. And I want you to share your experiences on generally startups, like what you have done and then who you are, and then also just like what we're doing here in Forma, Sri Lanka.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I mean, I'm not that experienced in Web3, I must say. Like, I've only got, transformed from a normie like only a year ago through Farhaj and our quirky group of weird friends in Dubai. But no looking back. Now I'm Web3 all the way. But yeah, I've built startups, invested. I ran basically every kind of incubator to accelerator that you can imagine, which has been such a privilege, man. Like to be part of anyone's journey and learning like what to do, what not to do, and just ultimately think like everyone goes on a different journey at a different pace. Why Forma? So I mean, like we started this weird journey of like just thinking how can we build public goods for people that are building in Web3 and to some extent Web2, just to make it easy to do business, have higher odds of success wherever you are, irrespective of your country of origin, your the cards you've been dealt, and how can we increase the odds of those that have great cards to even go further and far beyond, primarily in Solana but also looking multi-chain. And yeah, we ran that like an experiment in Argentina, thinking that could be, and is a hub for crypto adoption across LATAM. And could there be some games that we can play with the government and with local stakeholders, bringing in international builders and founders to see what beautiful things can happen. And I think now going into this year, we'll be announcing a few exciting things. So I can't let all the bags come out, but the first thing we've done this far this year is Forma Sri Lanka. It's moved away from the SEZ Argentina brand or the SEZ brand, because we look at an SEZ as more of an economic accelerator, bringing people from one region to another region and trying to create value, like GDP value. Whereas Forma Sri Lanka is more the brand of Forma Country X is more of like a retreat. It's like looking at how can we maximize for valuable connections, how can we help founders be upgraded by being with like-minded founders and builders, and hopefully like unlocking motivation and clarity, especially at the beginning of the year. Like it's so important to like hit the year with like clear vision and how you're going to work with your team. A lot of people have come here with their teams and found great value in that. And yeah, you know, it's like coming up to the last couple of days, we're looking at all the data and all the stories that we've heard from people, and we've been super excited that the app has actually helped people to create their own events. Like our first program was very like, not too conferencey, but it had like pretty clear weeks of focus and different activities.
Even the workshops that you guys where people were able to just create workshops.
Yeah, exactly.
So there was a thing that they were able to do on the app where, you know, he was mentioning where people can go ahead and create their own events. So there's a lot of people that have past experiences, whether, you know, as a previous VC or a previous, you know, like marketer, a growth hacker, things like that, or UI UX. They just jumped on there and were like, you know what, I'm going to offer my experiences and share it with every other builder that's here and do a workshop. And so that was really cool.
Yeah, it was good, man. And it's good that the workshop should be always interactive and tailored. So it was nice that we had like a nice private room, and we had like Phil, who did an amazing workshop, like, what was it called, like the design grill or whatever, going to really specifics of best practices, other people contributing. It was nice that we had people setting up different supper clubs. We had people setting up, what was it called, Ale, organized like paint in a way that can help unlock your mind. That was kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like to really make a movement and a community scalable, you have to lean on the community to create value for each other. And yeah, it's great that we've learned some things from that. Tomorrow I'm going to be hosting a session like open mic for anyone to share like what they feel about Forma as it was in Sri Lanka and what it could be better. Because it's really awesome. Like a lot of people want to contribute more, or they have like fresh ideas. And yeah, we want to make sure that whether it's our pop-up, whether it's the software we're building, whether it's like a potential end state, network state that we want to build, we always want to have the community input in mind at the core of it. So yeah, it's been a weird and wonderful learning experience, and can't complain, man. We're in a place like this, right? So, you know, we pinch ourselves, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was just taking a walk and I can't believe that I'm out here. But so much value just even in the first few days I was actually here. Actually, the first day that I was here. So I can definitely say that as someone who's giving his testimonial on his, coming and attending Forma here in Sri Lanka. So. Yeah, I'll keep you posted.
You took a bet on us, man. I appreciate you.
I take a bet on you guys any day. So if you guys see Forma anywhere, take a bet. Take that chance and attend all of their events. So
thanks, man.
I appreciate it. I'll get back to you guys.
Most of the successful Twitter accounts that I like, they're either highly educative,
Supporting Solana ecosystem and projects where they need help most. All I said is duly noted and appreciated, and that shit fucking cooked. Right, the CEO of Kraken followed me. Like all of these people followed me. They're like, "What is the Solana economic zone?" I was like, "Let me tell you." But it was like really cool, and like the whole community, actually, the Solana community, came in and just started like retweeting it, engaging with it, and I was like, "That's pretty awesome."
Yeah, you don't really want to stick a camera in people's faces initially, but now that we have an established connection and relationship, I wanted to introduce you guys to a few of the people that are actually on the table, starting with Senor Raza. And Raza, like, who are you?
Hello, I am engineering at Forma. I press buttons on my computer till the errors go away and a working app appears.
Nice. And what is it that you guys have been trying to accomplish with Forma, and how does what you do with
We're
what's
trying
happening?
to bring people to new places to help them find a base, new countries, new spots they haven't visited. We're trying to make people have fun, connect with other human beings at the human level, not at a, hey, give me your Telegram so I can BD this shit level. Yeah, we're just trying to have fun with people, with folks from the internet, friends from the internet, just to make sure they have a good time and they have some place to be, some place that they can belong, a place that wants them.
What's the advice you'd give like for people who want to start a startup or like they want to enter Web3? I think like a lot of people don't know what they want to do and how to start because it seems a little intimidating looking from the outside.
Yeah.
So what would you say?
I think when you don't know what you want to do, action produces information. So just take action, whatever that looks like. Go to a conference if that's your vibe. Go to a hacker house. Go to whatever you can. Maybe it's just someone's basement. They're giving a talk about something they're working on. Find things that inspire you, things that seem interesting to you. Look at what's happening. See how you can get involved. When you take these actions, you'll figure out, hey, this is what I like and this is what I don't like, and from there you can just work on what you like and just go on there. An important thing here is you don't need to go the traditional route of raising funding and doing all that bullshit. No, just do things. That's one of our sayings out here at Forma. You can just do things, so just do things. Whatever that looks like. You don't have to start a restaurant. You can do like pop-ups at the farmer's market, right? That's the example that I always give. You don't go from zero to a restaurant overnight. You go from zero to cooking for your friends, then hosting a stall at a farmer's market. Then when you see you have food market fit and people like what you put in their stomachs, then maybe you take the action to, see how you can get a restaurant. So baby steps, find what you like, action produces information.
Whether she agrees or not, but she's going to be in the video. What is one piece of advice that you would give to someone who wants to get into crypto, startup, building a startup, things like that?
Make a lot of connections because we're all humans at the end of the day. So that's my piece of advice. Focus on human side.
Arush is a 22-year-old handsome man at Huddle Zero. Please tell us, how did you get involved? Please give some wise, this man is very wise for his age. Share.
I don't know what advice to give. I think so. I'm an engineer. I've been writing code for 5 years now, professionally. I think one advice I would give is just spend more time doing the thing you love. Like, there's no shortcut at getting better at things except sitting for hours and doing the same thing again and again and again. And also, try and make time to make friends, and also try and make time to work out, because if your health is in shape, everything else just falls into place.
In the space, building a startup, Web3. It doesn't necessarily need to be Web3, but somebody who wants to just build a business.
Yeah, just go out from your desk and just meet new people, make connections, attend events, stuff like that. And also showing up every day, it make a lot of difference whatever you are working on. Literally, me and Basil didn't know each other. We just met 4 days ago, and now I'm working on Sendit. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I met Vineet a couple days ago. We were talking about not even work stuff really. Shared similar visions and experiences with things that we like and we don't like. And then mostly from my past experience. And then I realized, this guy might know the same things that I know. Let me share with him what I'm building and see if there's any synergies. And that's essentially how we were able to learn more about what he does and find, how someone who's compatible to help with bringing Sendit alive into market. So I'm excited to see what happens there. How's everybody doing? We are, as usual, working just as everybody else is doing for the past week. Mine are the activities. Next to me, I got my friend George. And George is going to give a brief intro about himself, what he does, and his thoughts on, how long you've been in Web3 space, and how did you get into this journey of what you do?
Okay.
Was it difficult being a founder? And yeah, please fill in for the guys.
Okay, sure. Hey everyone, my name is George. I am a co-founder at Forma magazine. What is Forma magazine? I've actually got one here. It is a magazine that started on Solana 2 years ago. It's the #1 magazine, and it's digital and physical. So we went to a lot of events. Then we moved into video content creation, a marketing agency services basically. And then we did some work in Super Team, UAE and Dubai, where I met Basil. Did some awesome videos there. And then more recently, I did an event in Bali, a wellness event. And I'm doing a fitness side event.
I think I want to make this more of a conversation because I think if somebody just keeps... So the reason why... your thing that you did in Bali... We can just cut it off a bit.
Yeah.
So the thing that you did in Bali... By the way, he did an event in Bali, as he mentioned. And maybe you can tell us what it was, how'd you go about starting or going about initiating that event?
Yeah.
What was that process like?
So we came up with the idea at Founders Villa Season 2. I spoke to Judas with Alex and we started doing some workouts in the morning and we were giving away the ring. And that's where I met the other two founders, and then we kind of basically said no one's doing a wellness kind of event in the space. Why don't we do one where everyone has a morning routine and then you go into your usual crypto co-living stuff,
right.
Workshops, etc. And then we all came up with the idea of Bali. We agreed that was the best place. It's really well known for its wellness activities. I applied for a grant with Solana Foundation, and then it just kind of like rolled from there.
So you don't have to be building things in the Web3 world that are just necessarily technical. You don't need to have technical skills, whether it's like being a software engineer or something like that, just to be able to get into the space and do something in the space. You can even do like what you're saying, right?
Yeah, of course. No, that's not the case at all. A huge part of Web3 is marketing and community management and leading, so that's needed. Like, you don't have to just be a developer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what do you think about like the lifestyle that you're able to have as someone that's in this? Like, what are some perks or?
Yeah. My lifestyle, I've been like a digital nomad for like the last 2 years. It's really good. I don't really want to be in like my home country, which was the UK, so I've just been moving around, going to all the events, and it's nice to see now that like Solana is putting on these co-living events like this one here in Forma, where you can rock up for like 2 weeks to a month and you meet everyone and you work together. So that's a huge benefit, because it can get quite lonely if you're doing it by yourself.
No, I agree, and I think like it's more than just the people that you meet on Twitter. Mm-hmm. It's more than what you see on Twitter. I think meeting people in person.
Yeah.
How is that for you? Has that been like? Is it a complete contrast to like that experience on? And is that why part of what you guys are making with Forma magazines try to capture like the physical?
Yeah,
events?
definitely. I think that's the most important part, is getting people offline and meeting in person, and that's really where like most like business deals happen, or like relationships are made, where you get to see the technology actually working. Like, we're getting like I haven't got it on me, the cutest ring, maybe you've got it.
No, I do it up to charge.
Fuck. Okay. Like, the cutest ring is very good physical product, deep in product, so we're seeing the technology move into physical items, right? So it's good to start seeing people meeting in person and using that technology.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, thank you, George.
No problem.
There's other builders and founders here in the space, so I think in general, like for me, this was a productive week. Mm-hmm. How would you say it was for you?
Really productive. Never been to Sri Lanka, so this was something I wanted to do, and I really wanted to see Bobby and Faraj and what they were building, and all the events have been awesome, like surfing. That's been a huge plus. I've got better at that. And then, I've made plenty of new connections, and hopefully some more like conversations I can follow up on.
Easy. Thank you, brother.